How do you respond when somebody says, "How can I keep buying from you? Everybody else is lowering their price." Hi, I'm Walter Rogers, CEO of Baker Communications and Cloud Coaching International. And what you just heard is a typical power tactic called blanketing. Power tactics are intended to discourage you from even thinking about challenging the other side's position because it is so strong. Blanketing implies that your position puts you out of step with the rest of the whole world. So you need to wise up and get with the other side's program. With blanketing, do not hesitate to ask for examples of objective criteria. It could sound something like this. Interesting. Can you give me the names of some of these other vendors and share with me what standards they're using to justify lowering their prices? Here are a few more examples of power tactics that I bet you've encountered before. We really need the deluxe package, but we are right at the end of the fiscal year, and I don't have that much left in my budget. This is called limits, and it is a classic power tactic. After all, if their budget is depleted, you can't expect them to pay full price, can you? Sometimes budget really is an issue, so the best way to respond is to offer a solution if you can. Something like this. I definitely understand. Would you consider a split transaction where we tap the rest of your budget right now and let you pay the remainder out of the next budget cycle? This one is also very familiar. We've been selling components for years to many of the industry leaders, including Apple, HP, Dell, and Microsoft. That tactic is called association. And the message here is that if all of these very important companies choose us, you should accept our position too. When this happens, keep probing to find out more about the nature of these deals. Ask the other party probing questions to find out what they did for those other companies specifically. What terms did they agree to? How large was their order? Get as many details as possible about what they've done for them in the past. Sounds something like this. So tell me more about the project you did with HP. What kind of services did you provide for them and over what period of time? Sometimes the other side will try to drown you in data like this. Here's a map of North America. It clearly shows that we provide better coverage than anyone else in our industry. Known as legitimacy, this tactic is used to convince you of the superiority of their product. So if you go along with their offer. However, statistics can be made to say whatever users want them to say. So keep asking questions. Find out who established the criteria, whether that source may have been biased in any way, and what they actually measured. Are they aligned with your situation? Sounds something like this. Can you tell me who conducted the survey and what was included in coverage in the performance benchmarks you're citing here? Has anybody ever said this to you in a negotiation? It is our policy to always require payment at time of delivery. Words like always or never are evidence of a precedent tactic by which they want you to think they have never changed and never will. However, rules were made to be broken, right? So find out if there are exceptions that can be made in your case. Sounds something like this. What could I do for you that would get you to consider altering your policy on payment at time of delivery? Remember, a tactic perceived as no tactic at all. Once you realize they're using a power tactic with you, the best thing to do is to ask a lot of probing questions to see if you can uncover reasons that it shouldn't apply to you. For 35 years, our companies have worked with over half of the Fortune 500, empowering them to achieve their important business outcomes through exceptional negotiation skills. Click on the link below to find out how we can help you conquer your challenges and achieve your goals today.